Hello everybody, welcome back to another flight simulator video. Now, this is interesting. Today, this is my first flight, making a video on it in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So, Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, bye-bye, and 2024, hello. So, like I said, this is our first video on Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. We're going to be flying the Flair Airlines. Boeing 737 MAX 8 from Calgary, Alberta, across to the west to Victoria International Airport in BC. Should be about an hour and 20-minute flight, cruising at 38,000 feet. Cargo's up and passengers are all in the aircraft. APU's just booting up. So we're gonna hop in the flight deck here and get the aircraft ready for push and start. Alright, so now that we're in the flight deck here, we're gonna take a look up top and we're gonna get the APU gen on already. There we go. APU gen on, exterior power off, everything on the right looks good, and we're all looking good there. We'll take a look at our ground support, disconnect that, but also we have to make sure parking brake is set. All chocks can go, and we'll set that so they all disappear. There we go. So all ground support is gone. All doors are closed and locked. Boom, 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 and all closed here. So that all looks good. We'll take a look at our FMC, flap 5 takeoff with a 140 rotation out of Calgary. And our flight plan, pretty basic flight plan on the way to the west over Vancouver. And then landing into Victoria. So it'll be nice. Weather should be nice there. It's a sunset departure. Going an hour back, it should be almost a sunset arrival pretty much. But everything's looking good. We'll go to our takeoff. There we go. We can throw the beacon light on. There we go. Up top looks good. Throw our yaw dampers on. Everything up top looks good. Alright, so with that, we can call up ground, get our pushback, and get on out of here. Alright, we're going to release the parking brakes. Parking brakes release. Oh, hey, packs off. Engine 1 to ground. Watch the engine start up, wait for I think 10, and then we'll start engine 1. Alright, and engine 1 start. Alright, now we'll start engine 2. Go up top, flip that to ground. And start engine 2 here. Engine 2 start. Alright, we got 2 good engine starts checked. Wait for them to be fully started. Perfect. We're gonna go flaps 5. Alright, flaps 5 are being set. That looks good. We can go auto brake RTO. We just have to go up close to it. There we go, auto brake RTO. Everything else has been set. We can also hit up top and turn the APU off. We'll first get our gens on. And APU off, APU bleed off. Packs are back on with engine power there. Taxi light on, everything up top looks perfect. We'll do a quick flight control test by going to our systems page. There we go, we go left aileron, checked. Right aileron, checked. All good on the stabilizer, and all good on the rudder. Okay. So, everything looks good there. We can go back to that screen. And we are looking good for taxi. We're going to release the parking brake. Everything down there looks good. Everything up top looks good. Parking brake release, and we'll taxi to runway 17 right for departure out of Calgary here. Give some power, and we'll start rolling. Alright, we are approaching the runway here. We're just getting everything prepared for the departure out of Calgary here. I like flying out of Calgary because you fly right over the city on departure. and you go off 17 right, so it's kind of nice. All right, we will take a look up top, turn our landing lights on, runway turnoffs. This can go to strobe as well, wing light on. In the cabin so they know. Flaps 5 set. Let's get on the runway here. Controls are free, so we are all good here. Clear left, clear right, all looks good there. All right. Give some power here. Toga. Everything's set. Here we go. Takeoff power has been set. Knots, cross check. Rotate. Positive right gear coming up. Gear is on its way up, and we are on our climb out. A bit windy on this departure, about 11 knots I think on the climb. Flaps coming up. We'll still hand fly this plane. Okay, and now we'll engage the autopilot. Alright, so flaps are up 0 degrees, gear is up, we are on the climb out, everything's looking good. Auto brake can go off if I can get it. There we go. Beautiful departure with this aircraft. Alright, so while we are on the climb out here, we're going to go back to our legs page, and we're going to go direct to Simta. Direct to Simta. And then we'll zoom out on this to 80. And we'll continue our climb out of Calgary here. Alright, we're above our 10,000 foot mark, so we can turn off the landing lights. Runway turnoffs, taxi light for sure, and our wing light. Everything else will stay on. It is pretty calm here. I might wait a little longer until we're above maybe 18,000 feet, 20,000 feet to turn off the seatbelt sign. I don't know, it looks pretty calm to me. The winds I can't really tell right now. We'll turn the seatbelt sign off after the next waypoint for sure. For now though, let's continue our climb out here, out of Calgary here. You know, we'll just turn the seatbelt sign off now. It's calm. Now we'll go up here and seatbelt sign is off. All landing lights and wing light and all that stuff is off. Flaps are up, gear is up. We're looking good here. We're going to continue our climb out here up to flight level 380. All right, we are now at our cruise altitude of flight level 380. Got it to like a couple seconds ago. Everything's looking good. Seatbelt sign is off. A nice calm flight, and we're going to continue on our way towards Victoria. Everything's looking good. And then soon we'll be getting our approach and landing briefing set, and then getting ready for the top of descent into Victoria. Alright, so we are coming up to our top of descent here very shortly. I'm going to click the button here very shortly. And then we'll be starting our descent on our way down to 3,000 feet for the ILS and localizer, ILS glide slope approach into Victoria runway 27 is what we're aiming for. So everything's looking good there. So we'll hit the button now. Oop, wrong button. That one. And we'll start our descent here. Make our way down. Now if we take a look at our FMC, go initial reference, approach reference, flaps 4137, and then we got the ILS here, which we just tune in over here, and right up here too, so that's all good there. But right now we'll just continue our descent and make our way on down to 3,000 feet for the approach and landing into Victoria. Alright, we are now below our 10,000 foot mark, so we're going to head up top and turn our landing lights on, and our wing light, and our seatbelt sign. There we go. And we'll now continue our descent here, getting ready for the approach ILS into Victoria here, because everything's looking good. We're ready to roll. We might vector a little bit because of the flight plan, so we'll see what we get here. 229 it says, 269. Okay. There you go, 269 there, and we'll go flaps 2. Everything is set for the ILS. We got the ILS as the active frequency 10995. There we go, localizer live, NVR localizer's on. There we go, localizer grabbed. Alright. And the gear can come down. And this now can go down to flaps. We'll go 150. We'll go 140 on this. No, 150. Gears down. Axle light on for the nose light. We'll also ping the cabin. Let the flight attendants know. Runway in sight. That is checked. And our final landing speed is 137 flaps 40. Everything's looking good. Right, we'll go down to our final approach speed, 137. And flaps full. And our speed brake is actually out. Very nice sunset, as you guys can see, coming into Victoria, which is really nice. Right, we'll be disengaging autopilot here very shortly. Alright, so everything's looking good. We got gear down 3 green, speed brake arm, flaps full 40. We can see that on the screen, and Speed and lights are all on, cabin's been notified. Runway's good, Pappy Light's alive. Autopilot disengage, I have control.
1,000.
Hey, everything's looking good. I got control of the aircraft.
$400.
A little bit high, but that's alright.
300.
We can correct that easily.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Just barely made it there. Reverses green decel. I think I cut the throttles a little bit too early and floated, but still okay. Got the last touchdown markers. And still the reversers. Manual braking. All right. Welcome to Victoria, everybody. Nice sunset arrival. We'll just get off the runway here and see where we're going. Now, I do know that we have to cross a runway for us to get to the gate. It's an inactive, well, I mean, it's an active runway but barely used. And then we'll get our speed brake away. There we go, auto brakes off. Turn all our lights off that we don't need. There we go, strobes off, landing lights off, and we'll get that APU started. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and start that APU, and APU bleed as well. Alright, and we'll taxi to the gate. We're gate 13 at Victoria. Alright, our gate is one of these right here. I think it's to the right here. Tax light can come off. It's gonna be the gate that's in the corner here. Not the one in front there, the one to our left here. Which the pushback tug decided to park right in front. That's, ignore that. That's not real. Perfect. Parking brake set. APU gen on. There we go, APU gen is on, and engines can come off. Alright, so engines off, APU gen's running, beacon light can come off, seatbelt sign off, and we are at the gate. Alright, with that, then we'll get our ground systems all set, ground support, throw our chocks on, and Electrical power. Head up top. Turn that on, and all of these should be off. Yep, ground power is on. APU off, APU bleed off, packs off. Up top looks good. Alright, we will call up ground and get the aircraft deboarded. Well, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hopefully, guys enjoyed this video from Calgary to Victoria with the iFly 737 MAX 8 as Flair Airlines. Nice arrival, approach and landing into Victoria with the sunset. If you guys do enjoy the content, consider subscribing and turn that notification bell on so you won't miss a new video. Like always, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.